Okay, your lesson today is on percent of increase. Remember yesterday we did percent of decrease. Today we're going to be looking at percent of increase. I want you to pause the video and I want you to think about what does it mean to have a percent of increase? What does increase mean? Okay, very good. Your topic is hashtag percent of increase. We're going to use the same strategy that we've been using for the past couple of weeks. Your essential question for my Avid kids is to describe a situation using a percent of increase. Okay, so let's take a look at our hashtag. Our hashtag is going to have the original cost or price or label is going to be at the top along with my 100%, because if I'm going to have an increase, then that means my new totals are going to be more than 100%. Okay, so let's take a look at our problem. It says the price of a radio increased 20% in 1 year. If the radio cost $24 today, what was the original price of the radio? So my labels are going to be original price, the increase, and then the new price. My 100% is the original price. So let's look at our information. The price of the radio increased 20%. So 20% is my increase. If the radio costs $24 today, that's my new price, so 24 would go here. What was the original price of the radio? So my X is looking for the original price. Okay, so I need to find this value here because I need to use this and I need to use this. So I need to know what is this percentage. Well, it totals. So 100 plus 20% is going to give me 120%. Okay, so I'm ready to set up my proportion. My proportion is going to be X over 24 is going to equal 100 over 120. Okay, so I'm going to take out my leading zeros here. Of course, you can always cross multiply and divide. I'm going to show you different strategies on the solving process because remember, you will not have calculators when you take your STAR test. If I have zeros here, I can take them out. And so once I do that, I now see that there is a relationship between 12 and 24. So what is the relationship between 12 and 24? I can multiply 12 times 2 to get 24. If I can do that, I can also multiply 10 times 2 to get X. And so 10 times 2 is going to give me 20, so X is going to be 20, which is the original price. So $20 was the original price before the increase. Okay, remember, you can pause the video to catch up or to write at any time or to listen to something again. Okay, so now let's look at the next example. It says a new sweater has been marked up from $15 to $30. What is the percent of increase? Okay, so I have an original price, I have an increase, and I have a new price. Okay, so I have a sweater that's been marked up from $15, so $15 is the original price, to $30. $30 is the new price. What is the percent of increase? So I am looking for this X. Okay, if I need this row, I need to find this value. And since it totals, I can take 30 minus 15. That means that the increase is $15. So I'm going to use this row and this row to set up my proportion. So I'm going to have 15 over 15 equals 100 over X. Okay, what do you know about 15 over 15? if my numerator and denominator are the same value, this is just like saying 1 over 1. And so when I rewrite my proportion, I'm going to see that x is going to equal 100%. Okay, so my increase, it was a 100% increase. This one's kind of interesting. Okay, you can pause the video if you need to catch up or listen to something once again. So let's go on to the last example. Your last example says, Joey has 36 baseball cards. He plans to increase his collection by 20% in 6 months. How many cards will he have after 6 months? So I have the original number of cards. I have an increased amount, and then I have a new number of cards. Okay, remember, your labels can just mean whatever it is that you need it to mean. Okay, so let's look at the information. Joey has 36 baseball cards. That is my original number of cards, so that's going to go here. He plans to increase his collection by 20%, so that's going to go in the increase. And then the question says, how many cards will he have after 6 months? So I'm going to be looking at the new number of cards. Okay, so I need to know this value here. So 100 plus 20 is going to give me 120%. I'm going to use this top row, and I'm going to use this row to create my proportion. So I have 36 over x equals 100 over 120. Okay, again, I am going to take out the zeros to make the problem a little bit easier to work with. I am going to cross multiply here and divide by 10. So 36 times 12 is going to be 432, because you're using a calculator, so we already know what the total is. And then I'm going to take that 432 and I'm going to divide it by 10. Now remember, yesterday we looked at, or I should say on Wednesday, we looked at dividing by 100. When we divide by 100, my decimal moves 2 times. The same thing works for 10. If we're dividing by 10, my decimal is going to move only 1 place to the left, and then I'm going to have my answer. So my x is going to equal 43, about 43 cards. Okay, we're talking about cards, and so he can't have a fraction of a card, so it's going to be 43 cards. Okay, this concludes your notes. Remember, you can always replay the video if you didn't quite understand something. Make sure you glue your notes into your journal, and then you'll be ready for your assignment. Thank you.